All right, cool. All right, what's going on, guys? Sorry about the music. I have no idea what the heck is going on. I really don't. Um, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I hope you're all having yourselves a great Sunday afternoon. And yeah, let's get ready for some baseball. That's what I'm really excited about. Let me make sure I have that up. All right, cool. So yeah, tough loss last night for the Phillies. But now you got to just shake it off and you got to take the series today. Okay, you got Cristopher Sanchez going out there for you. If he can go 6-7 innings today, I think that would be really good. Just can't make sure that you're allowing too many runners on base. Keep the ball down and just attack the strike zone. Attack the strike zone has to be the main key for Cristopher Sanchez today. If he's doing that and if he's throwing strikes and he's hitting those corners, I think that he can go pretty deep and therefore get the offense an opportunity to score. So that would be really good. Yes, I will be right back actually in just a few moments. I want to check out one more thing with this music because I don't know what the heck is going on. So I'll be right back. Yeah, that's really weird. Something is wrong with the Stream Deck. That's a little weird. I noticed that. I mean, the music's playing fine, but there's just like a little malfunction with it. I don't know what it is. What's going on, Ken? Thanks for coming on here. I appreciate it, man. You're my lifeline to MLB. Thank you, man. Let's go, man. We got to get that W today. You know what I'm saying? We got to take care of business, and we got to get that W. Phillies, they're 56 and 47. They're 27 and 27 on the road. And now is the time where you just have to finish off the series, and Cristopher Sanchez is to go pretty deep for you and hopefully give you a very strong outing today. All right. Well, the sun is shining out at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And the Phillies and Pittsburgh Pirates are just going to be getting underway in just a few moments. So, the Phillies will have Kyle Schwarber leading things off. And right behind him will be Nick Castellanos. Then we got Bryce Harper, Alec Boehm, Trea Turner, Edmundo Sosa. Josh Harrison is over at second base this afternoon. Garrett Stubbs is behind the plate. And Johan Rojas is playing out in center field. They're going to be facing Rich Hill, who's 44 years old. 21 starts this season. He's 7-10. And the first pitch to Schwarber is on the outside corner. I think that it's a little weird because there were some fans that are on the field that are going right to the tunnel, and first pitch just got started, and now I think time is called, and now the fans are actually exiting, and they're exiting stage right, and the home plate umpire, Edwin Jimenez, is laughing like, what the heck's going on? Are they gonna redo the first pitch? Is that what's gonna happen? I don't think that they're gonna redo it, but that's a little bit weird. Just some fans just on the field. They don't know like where their spot is. I guess that they were doing something with the ceremonial first pitch or whatever. I don't want to make any sort of assumptions, but it is funny. Alrighty, first pitch. There it is. That's in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Schwarber's like, I got to see 2 first pitches today. Phillies in their bright red uniforms. The 0-1, swing and a miss. So they have the red on the outside, the red letters on the front, white letters with the blue stitching on the back, and the white numbers as well. The 0-2 pitch, outside. Schwarber, over his last 2 games, he has drawn 6 walks as he takes the 1-2 outside. He had a home run in the first game, and that was the only offense that the Phillies had that night, as they would win 2-1. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the inside corner, called strike 3. It was a curveball. Looked like it was maybe a hair inside, but Edwin Jimenez goes with the 50-50 and gives Rich Hill the benefit. Cool. And now Nick Castellanos will be due up. All right, so we got to fix our scoreboard here, guys. Let's do that. First pitch to Castellanos is a called strike. The ball is 1 strike to Nick Castellanos. He takes that one a little bit low. All right, so let's put this here. Let's move this guy. The pitch. It's outside. Two balls and a strike. The pitch. Grounder right through the hole into left field for a base hit. Just got past the diving stop of Jared Triolo over at third, and Nick Castellanos singles to left field. All right, let's scroll up. There we go. So that'll bring up Bryce Harper to the plate. Pitch number 1's outside for a ball. All right, there we go. Cool. 1 ball, no strikes to Harper. Next pitch, it's inside. That was a curveball thrown by Rich Hill. What's up, G. Vanoots? How you doing? Hill gets set, kicks, deals, and it's outside. Just a little bit off the plate, too. Harper in last night's game only went 1 for 5. 3 balls, no strikes. Hill comes set, winds up, and delivers, and throws it outside, and Harper walks. So a single and a walk issued by Rich Hill after he struck out Kyle Schwarber looking at a curveball. Phillies' top 3 hitters last night went 1 for 12 combined. Bottom of the lineup, well, it was a little bit different of a story. Here comes Albohm, who walked twice but went 0 for 3 last night. He takes that one low. Hill comes set at the letters, lines up, delivers, and throws it inside. So he can't find the strike zone here. Castellanos leads off over at second. Harper's over at first. Hill comes set just at the belt, kicks, fires, and throws it on the outside corner. A curveball at 73 for a called strike. I'm doing okay. I can't complain, man. Phillies have runners over at first and second trying to score first. Hill will disengage with Castellanos, but he doesn't throw it over towards second base. No one was tagging the bag or covering the bag. Righties have 14 homers this season off of Hill. The 2-1, grounder hit over to third. The throw to second, there's one. The throw to first, it's in time for a 5-4-3 double play as Bohm almost slammed the helmet down. And the inning is over. No runs, 2 men left. And we go to the bottom of the first inning. Phillies nothing, Pirates coming up. All right. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a little black line or something that like erases the strike zone and just have that covered. Because I realize that would probably just make life a little bit easier or something. I don't know what it would be, but I think that that's what I probably should do. So that way I don't have to keep readjusting this. I think that that's smart. Did Philly win last night? I can't remember. No, they lost 7-6. They lost 7-6. So. Good afternoon, Snowman. How you doing? Guys, make sure that you go subscribe to my guy, Snowman Multimedia. Please make sure that you guys go do that. Snowman, you know the drill. G Vanutes, you know the drill. Drop those links down below, guys. Let's get the G Vanutes to 100. Let's get Snowman to 700. Let's actually get him to 750. All right. There we go. There we go. Nice. All right. So let's talk about the Pirates lineup. So they got Connor Joe leading things off, who'll be over at first base. Brian Reynolds is out in left field. He'll be batting second. Andrew McCutchen hitting third. And then after that, Davis is playing in right field. Henry Davis, that is. Jared Triolo's over at third base. Josh Palacios is out in center field today. Leover Peguero is over at shortstop. Nick Gonzalez is playing over at second base. And the catcher today will be Austin Hedges. And Cristopher Sanchez, who's on the mound, will throw the first pitch up high. Sanchez will be facing Connor Joe, who's hitting .239 with 7 homers, 25 RBI. Sanchez comes set at the chest, winds up, delivers, throws it inside. And 8 starts this season is over just a 3 ERA. The 2-0, it's off the plate. 3 balls, no strikes to Connor Joe. Cristopher Sanchez comes set, winds up, and delivers, and throws it on the inside corner for a called strike. So the count is now 3-1. The pitch at the knees for a called strike. And the count is now full. I mentioned that Cristopher Sanchez, I said it was just over a 3. I actually beg your pardon. It's actually 2.98. That is his ERA. He has 38 strikeouts and a .97 whip. The payoff pitch. Fly ball hit out to center field. As backing up is Rojas. He had to back up at the very last second, then he backpedals and he makes the catch about a couple of feet in front of the warning track. So Joe takes a 3-2 count and flies out to center. Now Brian Reynolds is due up next. Over Sanchez's last 5 starts, his 24 strikeouts, a 2.48 ERA, and opponents, listen to this, they're hitting .218 against him. Brian Reynolds is going to be due up, and the first pitch looked like it was a little bit up high, but it's a called strike. Reynolds, the switch hitter, batting on the right side. No balls, 1 strike. Sanchez comes set at the chest, winds up, and throws it inside and low. Pretty sunny day out at PNC Park. There was some rain in the forecast, but that's not supposed to come until 4 o'clock. That's what I checked. The 1-1 inside. Reynolds hitting .255 this season. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sanchez gets the signs, kicks, fires, and throws it on the inside corner. Already 10 pitches so far in the bottom of the first. We are scoreless at PNC Park. The 2-2 delivery. Foul ball just behind the net. So the count still remains at 2-2. The Brewers and the Braves just got started. They're in the bottom of the first. Brewers lead at 1-0. Atlanta scored 11 runs last night. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Chopped foul. Nationals and Mets, they just got underway too. Nationals just struck first in the top of the first. And, of course, Max Scherzer got traded last night. Went to the Texas Rangers. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Reynolds strikes out. And Cristopher Sanchez gets Reynolds to be his first strikeout victim on the afternoon. Got fooled. Almost looked like there was a changeup. Doesn't really throw that to too many righties, so I'm surprised that he went with it there, but good job. Here comes McCutchen, who swings and misses at pitch number 1. So the Phillies defense, well, Garrett Stubbs is behind the plate, and we'll go from first to third in just a couple of seconds, as McCutchen's hitting .259 with 10 homers and 28 runs batted in. The 0-1, it's down low. So Stubbs is behind the plate. Over at first is Bohm. At second will be Harrison. At third is Sosa. And the shortstop, of course, is Turner. Next pitch is outside. Then from right to left, we got Castellanos out in right. In center, it'll be Rojas. And in left, we got Kyle Schwarber. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Inside and low. Andrew McCutchen, of course, spent 3 years playing with the Phillies. 2 years. They signed a 3-year deal. The 3-1 outside for ball 4. Something just fly out of his back. Yeah, something did. I don't know what that was, but something flew out of his back pocket as he goes over to first base and gets on with the 2-out walk. And now Henry Davis will come up. Davis made a good throw out in right field yesterday, getting Harper out from extending a single into a double. Sanchez comes set, kicks, deals, and it's on the inside corner for a called strike. So no balls, 1 strike to Davis. McCutchen dancing over at first. Sanchez having a staring contest with him. The 0-1. Foul ball. There's 2 outs. McCutchen's over at first base. We're in the bottom of the first inning. We're scoreless at PNC Park. Phillies took game 1 of the series by a score of 2-1 on Friday night, and then they lost last night by a score of 7-6. Who's going to take the series and win the series today? That remains to be seen. The 0-2 delivery. Swinging the bouncer, hit over to shortstop. The flip over to second, and that's what they're going to get to end the inning as Josh Harrison is there to tag the bag, and McCutchen is out. No runs, 1 man left, and we go to the top of the second inning as we are scoreless at PNC Park. What's up, yes, sir? How are we doing? Yes, sir. I can't do that because that's what my boy RB does. He has that, yes, sir. Oh, it's so good. Can't steal that from him, man. Braves actually just took the lead. Literally just took the lead right now as soon as I saw the scoreboard change. What just happened? Let's see. Austin Riley homered. I figured that. 463 feet. Man, he is really something. He is such a great ball player. They go down 1-0, and it's like nothing happens. That's what happens. Yes. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. My name is Jason Joseph. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey, and I've been doing this for 7 months. We do Phillies games, Sixers basketball, Flyers hockey, and Patriots football. Lots of stuff. If you have not checked out my podcast, we have a weekly podcast that we do now called Sharing the Mic with JJ. I do encourage you all to go check that out. This week I had a nice guest, Mitch Kofsky. He's one of my really good friends. I've known him for a very, very long time. And when I got started on with YouTube, he has just welcomed me in with open arms, him and the Hardcore Sports Network. And I had to be sure to get him on. And so I got him on this week. Next week we have a really cool guest that I think that you guys will really, really enjoy. So that'll be very nice. We do that on Fridays at 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. But if you haven't checked out any of the episodes, go check out my first episode with, of course, the man himself, Brian Snow, Snowman Multimedia, and the second one with Mitch Kofsky. So Rich Hill was out there for his second inning of work. The 43-year-old on the bump. The pitch to Turner up high, so the first pitch was on the inside corner for a called strike, and Turner takes that one off the plate. 1-1 strike. The pitch, a curveball that looked like it was just a hair up high, and Turner is like, that's not a strike. And Turner wants to call for time here. He was having some words with Edwin Jimenez. There's a fan that's like right behind home plate that's wearing this bright blue Phillies hat, and it looks so cool. I like it. Huh. I've never seen that before. 1-2 is the count. Hill comes set, kicks, fires, and throws a fastball at 89. See, he's going to throw. He doesn't necessarily throw so high when it comes to the velocity, but he gets you with the curveball and just with the movement of the pitches, like that curveball right there. That's what he does. Called strike 3 to Trea Turner. And Trea is going to head back towards the dugout. That's the second time that he has struck out a batter today on that curveball. It's just so deceiving. And the fact that he's still just able to throw that at the age of 43, with all the injuries that he's dealt with, the longevity of his career has just been unbelievable. The pitch to Edmundo Sosa's a curveball, and he's already behind in the count 0-1. Hill, not wasting any time, comes set, kicks, steals, and it's a foul ball. That's so cool, man. Where in North Carolina are you going to? I think that's awesome. So Turner strikes out looking. It's an 0-2 count to Edmundo Sosa. We're in the top of the second. We are scoreless at PNC Park. The leg kick and the pitch by Hill. Swing and a miss. And Sosa strikes out. That's now 2 strikeouts in a row for Rich Hill. Sosa did not anticipate the fastball coming, and he was late. Two away in the top of the second. You're going to Jonesville. Okay. Wow. That sounds really nice. How long are you going to be there? Here comes Josh Harrison, and it hits him right on the foot, and that's how the Phillies get their first base runner. Hill is just, it's like the pitch clock does not even impact him either. He's just, like as soon as he gets the ball, he's like, I'm ready to go, Austin. And Harrison gets hit by a pitch. So the Pirates, oh my gosh, yeah, there's Josh Harrison and Andrew McCutchen, former teammates, just hugging that out. That is really cool. I forgot about that. Well, I wasn't even thinking about that. All right, Garrett Stubbs is up at the plate. So time is called very quickly to Rich Hill. Stubbs hitting .214 this season with 4 RBI. As far as the defensive lineup goes for the Pirates, Austin Hedges is behind the plate. And over at first base is Connor Joe. Joe usually plays out there in the outfield, but not today. Pitch number 1, strike 1 on the outside corner. Over at second, you got Nick Gonzalez. The third baseman is Jared Triolo. And the shortstop, of course, will be Liover Peguero. The ball is one strike. He'll come set, winds up, delivers, and it's swung on and missed. Another curveball. Brian Reynolds is playing out in left field. Of course, as Jack Sawinski has the day off in center, Josh Palacios is out there. And the right fielder will be Henry Davis. The 0-2. Chopper hit over towards the first base side. Joe has it, and he'll win the race to the bag. And the inning is over. We go to the bottom of the second. Phillies leave a runner over at first. It's Josh Harrison. So he's talking things over with Dusty Wathan. And we go to the bottom of the second inning as we are scoreless at PNC Park. Okay. I fell a little bit behind. Apologize about that. No hitters intact. I'm going to Jonesville. Yeah, that's crazy. So it's going to be for a week, and you're seeing your stepdad. Oh, that's really cool, man. Is that like? I know that North Carolina. I mean, I've been to the Outer Banks. Like that's the only part of North Carolina that I've been to. Is it close to the Outer Banks, or is it like? Is it like an hour or like a couple of hours away? But I'm also going to watch you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Definitely spend time with your loved ones. You can always come on here, man, because we're always family too. But, definitely make sure that you spend time with your stepdad because that time is valuable, man. Definitely make sure that you do that and enjoy yourself. Really try to enjoy yourself. I slept late. You couldn't hold the game up a little bit. Hey, Vikings fan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't do that, Mr. Viking. I like going after you about that. I think it's so funny. I never would have imagined it. Never. Oh, man. Yes. We got a Vikings fan in the house, guys. His name is seriously Larry. All right, so we're in the bottom of the second inning. Phillies and Pirates are facing one another. I cannot wait until the Pats play against the Vikings, man. I think that that'll be very interesting. They do play the Vikings, correct? I thought I saw that they played the Vikings this year. It wasn't week 2, but it's like... Now I forget what it is. All right, back to work. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Cristopher Sanchez on the mound for the Fightins. And the first pitch to Jared Triolo is on the inside corner for a called strike. Looked like it was a little bit inside, but Edwin Jimenez has been giving both pitchers the call. The 0-1 delivery. Changeup on the inside corner at the knees for a called strike. So it's no balls, 2 strikes to Triolo. Sanchez comes set, winds up, and throws it down low. Another changeup, but that was just a little bit above the dirt. Oh, it's like 10 hours. Oh, man. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch just bounced foul. So Triolo, Palacios, and Peguero are due up in this inning. That is 5, 6, and 7. Sanchez with 25 pitches. Here comes pitch number 26 as he winds up, delivers, and throws it on the inside corner. Called strike 3. He gave him the call. And that's strikeout number 2 for Cristopher Sanchez, the first backwards K that he's had today. Oh, it is a pretty nice day at PNC Park as the first pitch is fouled off by Palacios. I don't know if you guys seen the Angels in the outfield, but the clouds out there look like they're angels in the outfield clouds. Not too many of them. They're pretty spread out, but The 0-1. Chopped foul. I think that you call them, I mean, I don't want to make myself sound dumb, and I probably will. I think you call them cirrus clouds? Or we taught a little bit about clouds in science class. But we didn't learn too much about clouds. The 0-2. It's outside and low. But I'm a broadcaster, not a scientist. Wow, it's 10 hours because of traffic. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on. 1 out in the bottom of the second. The next pitch, that's down low for ball 2. I went to school for broadcasting, not for science, but I do think that there's a lot of interesting things about nature, for sure. The 2-2. Strike 3 called on the inside corner again. Back-to-back Ks for Cristopher Sanchez. This time it was a slider. And Liover Peguero is due up. You're from Philly. Why aren't you an Eagles fan? You know the story. I just like busted your chops about it. I think it's funny. Liover Peguero will take a pitch at the knees for a called strike. Nobody on, 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Sanchez comes set at the belt, winds up, delivers, and throws it, and it's fouled. So now the count is 0-2. We just hit 20 likes. Awesome. Awesome job, guys. If you just subscribed to my channel, don't forget to shout yourself out. No balls, 2 strikes to Peguero. Sanchez kicks, deals, and it ends up hitting Peguero. Bounced and hit him right on the, just a little bit above the foot. See, I knew that burp was coming, and I just didn't know if I should just wait or if I should just go with it. That's the curse about not taking breaks on here. But if it's just worth it for burps, guys, it is what it is. All right, so there's the second base runner allowed by Sanchez, and Nick Gonzalez is due up, and he takes a pitch at the knees for a called strike. Gonzalez hitting .227 this season. The pitch on the inside corner at the knees. Man, he's been painting those corners pretty well. It's a 0-2 count. 2 homers and 12 RBI for Gonzalez. He has a .371 slugging percentage and a .271 OBP. The 0-2 delivery. It's in the dirt. Almost gets away from Stubbs as he has to play peekaboo around Nick Gonzalez because Gonzalez was stepping out of the box and Stubbs was like, whoop, I'm going to my left and now I got to go to my right. And he got over towards the ball, but the runner stays put over at first. Did I really just say peekaboo? This is baseball, man. Throw back to first. Not in time. Last night we were playing tic-tac-toe. The 1-2. Bouncer. It's fouled, though, towards the third base side. Stott, Realmuto, and Marsh are off today, my guy. Gonzalez up at the plate. The 1-2 pitch. Another bouncer that's fouled. It goes all the way towards the backstop. So Sanchez with 39 pitches. And a lot of talks about who the Phillies should try to go for at the trade deadline, whether they need another starting pitcher or not. But Cristopher Sanchez has been looking pretty good. The 1-2, fly ball. It's hooking foul, and it goes out of play towards the right field side. Mets just tied up the game at 1 apiece. They're in the bottom of the second inning. Angels and Blue Jays, they're tied 1-1 in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. That's now the 3rd foul ball in a row. That time it was on a changeup, and Nick Gonzalez is making Cristopher Sanchez work here. Another sold-out crowd at PNC Park. Sanchez looks back at first to keep Peguero in check. Now back to the plate. The 1-2, grounder, hit over to third. The throw over to second is just in time to get Peguero. And the inning is over. It's a fielder's choice ground out. No runs. 1 man left. And we head now to the top of the 3rd inning. Okay. Well, I screwed that up, guys. I screwed up my scorecard. That's now the 2nd day in a row that I've screwed up my scorecard for the Pirates. I don't know why. I'll show you if you guys can see it. Nope. Okay, the green screen. We're not going to even try it. Okay, we go to the top of the 3rd inning. So, what does that mean, Jason? I'll tell you what that means, guys. I'll tell you what that means. It's time to wish following people that celebrate a birthday a happy birthday. First of all, happy birthday to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Happy birthday to Schwartz. The Terminator. Bill Cartwright. Happy birthday to Bill Cartwright. Happy birthday to Chris Mullen, born on this day in 1963. Happy birthday to Hope Solo, born in 1981 on this day. And how about a happy birthday to Casey Stengel. Casey Stengel, born in 1890 on this day. Wow. 133 years old would have been. Crazy stuff. JJ, what's up? Sorry I didn't make it to the stream last night. I forgot I had tickets to Oppenheimer. Oh my gosh. I still cannot believe that you tricked me. That you got me all these years, man. I can't believe it. I know you IRL, and I can't believe that you got me. You should have just stayed with it. Oh, man. That was great. I'm happy I found that out yesterday. Rich Hill is back out there for his 3rd inning of work, and the first pitch is bunted right over towards the third base side. The throw to first, not in time. That was Johan Rojas. Why did I say Sosa? Come on, JJ. Johan Rojas bunts over to third base, gets in there safely, and Triolo could not make the throw in time to get Rojas. He caught everybody by surprise. I really just said Sosa. And he was hustling. All right. Kyle Schwarber's coming up. There's a runner over at first. Now the umpires are gathering around. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on here. But they're going to break up the conversation and go back to their spots. I don't know if there was something that they saw or what. Kyle Schwarber's coming up. So Rojas bunts his way over. Oh, it hit him on the foot. That's what it was. They think it should be a foul ball, and it looked like it did hit him on the foot. They rule it as a punt single, though. Throw back to first to try to get Rojas as he was way off the line. Or way off the bag. It's on time. Huh. They can't challenge that. They can't challenge a foul ball. So comes Kyle Schwarber, and the first pitch he sees is a slow curve at 70 miles per hour. That literally said slow curve on the radar gun. I've never seen that before. The big leg kick, the pitch to Schwarber, check swing, foul ball. Slow curve. I've never seen that. I have seen slow fastball. The 1-1. It's a grounder. It's fouled, though, towards the first base side. I've never seen a slow curve, though. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Schwarber. We're in the top of the third inning. Rojas leads off over at first. Big leg kicking another pitch. That's off the plate. It was outside. So the count is now 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. A runner on. The next pitch, another swing and a miss, and Kyle Schwarber slams the bat down as he can't believe it. It was hung on by Hedges. And Schwarber strikes out. Comes Nick Castellanos. He singled and got the only hit for the Phillies. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. Can't believe you. The ball is 1 strike. Throw back to first to try to get Rojas. Nope. Rojas just got back in there safely. Had a couple of stolen bases the other day. He can fly, and you got to watch out for him. I'll get to that during the break. The 0-1 to Castellanos. Grounder hit over to third. This could be 2. The throw over the second. There's 1. The throw back to first in time. It's the second double play that the Phillies have grounded into today, and the inning is over. So no runs, 1 man left, and we go to the bottom of the third. Phillies have 2 hits, but they don't have any runs, but neither do the Pirates. Okay. If you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon, too, so that way you know when I upload. I do have to do that pre-recorded segment. But it's a popular question, and rightfully so, because we get new people on here. That's why I explain that to everybody, like who I am and, like what my background is, because I want people to get to know me. But I also understand from this is not an ordinary thing in Philadelphia. I understand. How are you not an Eagles fan? Yeah, tell us. Okay. The whole story is, okay, I am going to make something pre-recorded from this so that way you guys can see it. But the whole story is, I got into baseball when I was in elementary school. That baseball was my first love. Basketball was my second. I got into that when I was in middle school. I started playing basketball. I helped out a special needs organization and, helped out athletes that dealt with special needs, and I wanted to get to know the sport so that I could, see what I was playing. So then I started following the NBA and all that sort of stuff. Okay, football I never really got into until I was a junior in high school. I liked hockey, grew up around the Flyer skate zone, heard a lot about it when I was in high school because Peter Laviolette's son was there. But yes, so I got to hear a lot about hockey and the team when I was in high school because of him. And then it didn't, so I went to an event, okay? It was supposed to be an Eagles event. But I was late, of course, because I had play practice. Story will be continued after this pitch. It's in there for a called strike. So Austin Hedges is up at the plate. He's in 181 with 1 homer and 14 RBI. Sanchez is back out there on the mound. So anyhow, I was supposed to go to this event for a Jewish youth group that I was in. The 0-1 by Sanchez. It's down low. And so, anyhow, I go to this event. I have play practice, and I'm a little bit late, of course, because I had play practice, and it was, we call it Hell Week. The 1-1 swing and a miss. And so after the Eagles game was over, they were just like, you know what, guys? You know what, Jason? We hear you talk about baseball. We hear you talk about basketball. We got to get you into football. 1-2. It's down low. It actually ended up hitting Hedges. I can't believe it hit him on the foot. But it did, and Hedges goes over to first, and Sanchez was like, did that really hit him? He looks a little confused. Now the first base umpire, Pat Hoberg, is going to go out there to double check. Let's see, did it hit him? That didn't even hit him. He tried to get out of the way. Didn't even hit the cleat, nothing. Can the Phillies challenge this? Yep, Rob Thompson's going to challenge it. Huh. Yep, they're going to challenge it. Pat Hoberg is going to go out there with the earpiece on, and it should be that Austin Hedges should go back to home plate. It's been a goofy game. So as they're reviewing this, okay, long story short, after play practice, I go to this event, and so they're like, Jason, like, we want to just get you into football. We don't care what game is on. You're going to sit down on this couch. You're going to watch whatever game is on. Whatever game is on, okay? And you're going to watch it. Okay, cool. I'm okay with that. I was pretty shy back then. Or not shy. I was just quiet. And went with the flow. So they turn on the game. Happens to be a Patriots-Steelers game. And Aaron Hernandez was doing really well in that game. And I watched him and I saw how great of an athlete he was. And, of course, you didn't know about anything that was coming out at the time. But that's when I really got into it. Just from watching that game. And it was their fault because they had no idea. They wanted to make me into a football fan, but they made me into a Pats fan. So that's the whole story. All right, so the Phillies are challenging a play to see if Austin Hedges got hit by a pitch. Or Nick Gonzalez. Nick Gonzalez. And it really looked like he got out of the way. But let's see. Did they make the call? They took the earpiece off. They rule him. They rule it as a hit by pitch. And I can't believe it. It didn't even look like it is. Cleat, nothing. Nothing that I could see. But he goes over to first. So Austin Hedges is able to get on. And now Connor Joe will be due up. So a leadoff hit by pitch to start off the bottom of the third. The first pitch to Joe. Bouncer hit over to shortstop. The flip over the second. There's one. Throw back to first. A 6-4-3 double play. So the challenge was unsuccessful for the Phillies, but then after one pitch, Connor Joe grounds into a double play, and there's 2 outs with nobody on. Good pitch thrown by Sanchez, too. And now Brian Reynolds will come up, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. And it's a 0-1 count. Get ready for some popcorn sizzle. The 0-1, it's down low. The challenge didn't even matter, says it. Yeah. It's funny. But yeah, so that's the whole story. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Ground ball. Hit over towards the first base side. Josh Harrison has it, and he'll make a little toss over to first. For out number 3, Harrison had to go over towards his left side and throw a little lob pass on the run over to first, and the inning is over. No runs, no men left, and we go to the top of the 4th inning. Phillies and Pirates, 0s on the board for both teams. It was really close. It didn't hit him. It didn't look like it hit him. But maybe I need new eyes. Maybe I do. Awesome story, but I still hate the Pats. I don't know if it's an awesome story, but it's a weird story. So the bad call didn't hurt. Nope. Nope, it did not hurt. Harper, who will lead things off for the Phillies in the top of the fourth. It'll be Harper, Bowman, Turner. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, yeah. Today's our fun facts. Jimmy Connors once said, quote, "Experience is a great advantage. The problem is when you get the experience, you're too damned old to do anything about it." Experience is a great advantage. The problem is when you get the experience, you're too damned old to do anything about it. It's funny. That's funny. What's that? They have like a little trolley? Is that what that is at PNC Park? So they have like a little train track, like escalator, if you will. Or it's not a zip line, but something kind of like that. I've never seen that before. That's a ballpark that I would like to visit sometime. I've heard so many nice things about it. I heard that the broadcasting booth is also really something to look for as well. 1 ball, no strikes to Harper. The pitch by Hill, it's off the plate. So Rich Hill is still out there on the mound. He has 39 pitches so far. As we're in the top of the fourth, no score. The 2-0. Another curveball that's at the knees for a called strike. So his fastball's been coming in at the top of 90. But it's that curveball that he throws. That's just so smooth. And then he has a sinker that's at 85. That pitch was up high, and now Bryce Harper is not having it with the home plate umpire. Edwin Jimenez and him are really having some words. Harper does call for time, and he's just like, man, like, what are you doing? That pitch was not up high, and it really wasn't. And Harper has to be careful or else he'll get ejected here. That pitch was not even in the strike zone. Harper's like, you got to do something about your strike zone. Thompson was ready to come out, but he's just on the rail. The 2-2, that's off the plate. And see, those types of pitches, they really do change a hitter's approach during an at-bat. Payoff pitch to Harper. It's outside for ball 4. And thank goodness he walked, because I'm sure that he probably would have had some more frustration with Edwin Jimenez. So Harper walks to start off the inning. That's the second time today that he has walked. What's up, Kathy? Here comes Bohm as he hits this one out to right field. It's going back to the warning track, to the wall, and opposite field home run for Alec Bohm. And the Phillies lead it 2-0. He got a fastball over the middle of the plate. Home run number 10. And the Fightins strike first. Good swing by Bohm. He went the opposite way. It was just right next to the scoreboard out in right center field. And it just got over the rail, the second row rail, right in front of the little tent area that they have out there. It's 2-0 Philadelphia. First pitch to Turner is a called strike. The second pitch to Trea, it's off the plate. It was a curveball. That was outside. Trea struck out in the second. His average is now at .242 with 10 homers and 34 RBI. The 1-1 delivery, that's down low. It was a breaking ball. And the count is now 2-1. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. 2 balls and a strike. The next pitch to Turner. Grounder hit down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Reynolds has to go all the way towards the corner. Turner can fly. Reynolds bobbles it. And Turner goes into second base as the throw is cut off. I'm surprised that he was able to get the throw out towards Peguero in just that amount of time, because he bobbled it for a very quick second, and Turner is usually able to take advantage of those types of things, but a good piece of hitting for Trea Turner. Just got it down the third base line. So a walk issued to Harper, a 2-run home run to Bohm, and a double by Turner. And that's how we start off the top of the fourth. Sosa will take the first pitch up high. Struck out in the second. He's over at second base today. The 1-0. Oh, Hill had to take a step off as he looked back over at second and almost fooled me. Looked like he was going to home plate and then just did some ballet moves to look back over to second base and try to disengage with Turner. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Sosa hitting .208 with runners in scoring position this season with a double and 12 RBI. 1-1 is the count. Turner leads off at second. Phillies lead it 2-0. The pitch. Bouncer. It's foul towards the third base line. And they'll stay foul. That's exactly right, Kathy Ann. That's exactly right. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sosa. Hill looks back at second. Now back to the plate. The pitch. Foul ball. Sosa did get to see the Pirates a lot when he was playing for the St. Louis Cardinals, of course. He's now 27 years old. And he's facing the 43-year-old veteran. The 1-2 delivery. Line drive, hit out to center field. It drops in for a hit. Turner rounding third, and he will stay put over at third base as the throw was cut off. Thought maybe he was going to go home, but Edmundo Sosa gets on with a single, and that's now the third hit in a row for the Phils. This pitch was out over towards the middle of the plate, and Sosa was like, I'll buy that. And he did. And he didn't necessarily get a lot of power on it, but he made a decent amount of contact just to get it over out in the center field. And it was smart for Turner to hold up there because the throw was cut off by Hill by the time he was rounding third. Here comes Josh Harrison, the former Pirate. Infield playing in. First pitch inside. Guys, don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell icon too so that way you know when I upload. Harrison got hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. The 1-0 off the plate. It was a curveball at 72. Turner at third. Sosa at first. Phillies lead it 2-0. They're hunting for more runs here in the top of the fourth with nobody out. The pitch. Line drive caught over at third base, and Turner, thank goodness, he was not that far off the bag as Harrison lines out over to third base, and Triolo was there to just make the catch. Sometimes you just hit the ball sharply, but the other thing that you have to do as well is just put it in a good spot. And that's the first out of the inning. Here comes Garrett Stubbs to the plate. With runners still at the corners, he shows bunt and then takes it back. Stubbs is now 30 years old. Played for the Astros from 2019 to 2021. And this is now his second season with the Phils. Phillies lead it 2-0. Throw back to first by Hill. Not in time. Rich Hill's ERA coming into today was at 4.82 with 97 strikeouts in 114 innings. The 1-2 pitch. Bunt that's knocked down. It's a foul ball, though, and it'll just stay foul. Turner was coming in to home plate. Rich Hill got over towards the baseball. And now Turner has to go back to his spot, and Stubbs has to go back to the plate. Stubbs specialty. Hill's ERA at home is at 4.92. He's allowed 44 runs this season at home, but only 39 of them have been earned. I mean, it's still a lot, but means he hasn't been getting some help from the defensive side either. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch, fly ball. It's hooking foul towards the left field side, and it goes out of play. Hill also has 59 pitches as well. Garrett Stubbs, a lot of people don't know this, but when he was with USC, he did win the Johnny Bench Award for the nation's best catcher in all of baseball, all of college baseball. It's back in 2015. The 1-2 pitch. That one's popped up out towards the third base side in foul territory. And Triolo just has to get underneath it, and they'll make the catch as he gets the can of corn, and there's 2 away. So Stubbs fouls out, and now Johan Rojas is due up. Rojas, he got on with a bunt single his last time up and definitely surprised the defense. He's hitting .381 since he got called up to the big leagues. Hill will throw a cutter at 86. That's in there for a called strike on the upper third of the zone. You felt wrong. I'm kidding. The 0-1. Line drive hit out to left field, and Reynolds is there to track it down with the sunglasses, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. Phillies do leave runners at the corners. However, they get a 2-run home run from Alec Bohm, and they go up 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning in Pittsburgh. Okay. I am going to take a very quick step off, guys. Please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button as well. Let's get to 770, all right? I'll be right back in just a few moments. Hopefully this music will sound all right. Did I just say Alec Bohm? I thought I said Alec Bohm. Huh, I'll have to go back and listen to the tape. All right, I'll do that. Give me a sec. Let's go to break, though. That's not good. I don't know what the heck is going on with the stream deck, man. There has to be something going on. We got 25 people on here. All right. We need one more like to get to the 25 mark. Please make sure that you guys do that. All right, we're in the bottom of the 4th inning. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, well, we're going to have Andrew McCutchen, Henry Davis, and Jared Triolo. Last night at Jupiter, Estebanzan Jimenez went 7 innings. Didn't allow a run. He had 4 hits allowed, and he had 3 strikeouts. So a good outing for him. That was the big minor league report today for the Phils. The pitch by Sanchez, that's up high for a ball. The 1-0 on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. So Cristopher Sanchez has 52 pitches. He hasn't allowed a run yet. Sanchez gets set, winds up, delivers, throws it down low that time. And the count is now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Down low again for ball 3. If it's a 2-2 count. I beg your pardon. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. I make those mistakes every once in a while. The pitch by Sanchez. Now it's down low for ball 3. I think even McCutchen got confused because he looked like he was ready to go over to first. So good thing it wasn't just me. The pitch. That's inside for ball 4, and that's the second time today that McCutchen has walked. So both of the 3 spot hitters on both teams, Harper and McCutchen, they haven't had any at-bats. They've walked twice each. Wonder when the last time that ever happened in a game was. Because you don't see that every day. First pitch to Davis. It gets behind Stubbs and it goes over towards the backstop. McCutchen will just jog on over to second as Stubbs finally gets over towards the ball. And McCutchen and Josh Harrison reuniting over at second base. Stubbs has to know, even though the pitch was in the dirt, he has to know when to backhand it and when to just put his body into it and try to block it in front of him. The pitch, way outside for ball 2. Phillies yesterday, they recalled Noah Song from his rehab assignment. They reinstated him from the 60-day IL and then designated him back for assignment. The 2-0, it's inside for ball 3. McCutchen leads off over at second. Sanchez looks back at second. Now back to the plate. Kicks, deals, and it's a strike on the inside corner. There we go. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Foul ball hit over towards the first base side. Stubbs gets under it, and he's there to make the catch right in front of the Phillies dugout. And Davis can't believe it as he will head back towards the Pittsburgh dugout. Stubbs didn't even take off the mask, nothing. And he just got over to it. And probably made up for that wild pitch that he should have played better. Nice play. Just in front of the rail. So Davis fouls out to Stubbs. And now Jared Triolo is coming up. And the first pitch he sees is a called strike. So G-Man Choi has the day off over at first. And Jack Sawinski, he's off in center field. The 0-1, grounder hit over to shortstop. The throw over to third to get McCutchen. That's in time. Great awareness by Trea Turner. And that's all that they're going to get. It's 2 outs, but they got the important runner out, the lead runner, out at third. Pretty good awareness there. McCutchen thought he was just going to get in there to third base with ease, but was caught like a dead horse over at third. 2 outs, and our runner's over at first. That is Jared Triolo. Sanchez will throw a sinker just a hair outside for ball 1. One and 0 is the count. 2 outs and a runner over at first. The pitch. Swinging a bouncer, hit back up the middle. Turner has it, and he'll just tag the bag on the run, and the inning is over. No runs. 1 man left. And we head now to the top of the 5th inning. Phillies lead it 2-0 at PNC Park in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Okay. So, fielder's choice. That's a 6-5 fielder's choice. And Pelientos grounds out to Turner. That was unassisted fielder's choice. Okay. That's what they do. Even ex-Phillies can't run the bases, says Larry. Oh, you're trying to donate? Oh, man. if you want to, man, you can give a super chat. You definitely don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't feel like you have to donate, man. I really appreciate you for just being on here. JJ will not let me donate. Uh, on the super chat, it's not allowing you to donate? Huh. Well, you don't have to. You don't have to do that, man. Just by you coming on here, and I seriously mean this. That really means a lot. So, I appreciate you donating your time for this. Okay, what thing are we? We're going to the top of the fifth. Did I say top? Please don't tell me I said top of the fourth. Please do not tell me. I have to listen back to it now. All right, top of the fifth. Good, I said top of the fifth. Good stuff. Yeah, you can also donate if you want to via Venmo or PayPal. But again, you definitely don't have to. Definitely don't have to do that. But the thought does matter. This dude is turning down money. Honestly, I care about I don't really do this for the money, guys. Like, I mean, like that's a bonus, you know. First pitch to Schwarber. Line drive out to right field, and it is a foul ball. It was actually the second pitch. They just came back a little bit late. But I really do mean that, though. Like, you know, I do this because I have fun. You know. That's why I do this. The 0-2. Called strike 3. A sweeper at 70 on the upper third of the zone, and Rich Hill gets his 5th strikeout of the ball game. That was the right call. But Schwarber will head back over towards the dugout laughing sarcastically. That's the 3rd time today that he has struck out. First pitch up high for a ball. Nope, I can't pick that up now. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch to Castellanos. It's on the upper third of the zone for a called strike on the inside corner. Castellanos singled in the first. Hill lines up, delivers, check swing. Did he go? They want to appeal over at first. No, says Pat Hoberg. Count is now 2-1. The pitch. Line drive foul. Down the third base line. Two balls and 2 strikes to Nick Castellanos. 3 seconds left on the pitch clock. The pitch to Nick. Strike 3 called. A sinker at the knees, and Castellanos goes down looking. 6 strikeouts for Rich Hill. Just going to mention that Castellanos, before the single that he had in the first, hadn't recorded a hit off of Rich Hill ever. And struck out 4 times, but now make it 5. Comes Bryce Harper, who takes a strike. That was a little bit high, but it's a called strike anyways. Swat twice, the 0-1, way inside for ball 1. Now we take Venmo or PayPal. Nobody on, 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch in the top of the 5th. It's a curveball that's outside by a hair. On deck is Bohm. Harper's 2 for 10 lifetime against Rich Hill. Hill comes set, winds up, and throws that one outside for ball 3. 3-1 is the count. Hill comes set again, winds up, delivers, and throws it outside and high for ball 4. Harper has walked 3 times today. Also scored a run because this guy that's coming up to the plate hit an opposite field homer his last time up. Oh, dude, don't stress it, man. Here comes Bohm. See, it's a curveball. It's just foul towards the third base side. So Rich Hill started off his career with the Cubs, played with them for 4 seasons from 2005 to 2008, then played with the Orioles for 1 season. The pitch to Al Bohm. It's fouled off towards the right field side, and it goes out of play. Then in 2010, from 2010 to 2012, he played with the Red Sox. Then he went to the Cleveland Indians at the time. Then played for the Angels. The Yankees then went back to the Red Sox. Then to Oakland. Oakland, he played there in 2016. Got traded to the Dodgers. Played with the Dodgers until 2019. Then went over to the Twins. The pitch. It's on the inside corner for a called strike. After he played with the Twins, he went to Tampa Bay in 2021, got traded to the Mets, went back to Boston in 2022, and is now on Pittsburgh here in 2023. The next pitch by Hill on the inside corner, called strike 3. As Rich Hill strikes out the side, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies are up 2-0. We want JJ merch. I can only do so much, man. I mean, like, I'm not ready for it yet. I'm already doing so much. You know, trying to do stuff on the other side of things while still making this content for you guys. It's not, it's definitely, like, not easy. But, like, I definitely, like, want to get there. And we will. But it's going to take time. You're definitely, with that, you're going to have to be patient with that. But I would love that too. I also want to start having an intro for, like, whenever I do these games and whenever I do my Phillies post-series pods and all my other pods that I do. But that stuff, it takes time to look for those things, and with looking for guests, for interviewing and scheduling all those things, that's really important, This other stuff that's behind the scenes, some of it, I can't do it myself, So, but we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. If you guys know of other people, like, by all means, like, if you know somebody that likes music or somebody that's into graphics or social media design, I would love to get a website for this. That would be really cool. But again, that takes time. We're not ready. I eventually want to get a new logo because I think that doing an animation logo would be really cool. And I don't even have a banner yet. It's a lot of stuff. But the most important thing, I always tell this to people, you can always stress about the aesthetics of stuff. You got to produce. At the end of the day, you got to produce the content. That's what it comes down to. Here comes Peguero, who's batting 7th. It's a 0-1 count. The pitch. Grounder, hit over towards third base. Sosa has it. Fires over to first as he took a step over towards his left side, and Peguero is out as his helmet comes flying off. At the end of the day, you got to be producing. And we're coming on here almost every day. We also, thanks for reminding me, I do want to mention too, guys, that we will be doing a 6-hour stream on Tuesday for the MLB trade deadline. First pitch to Nick Gonzalez, it hits him. So that's the 3rd time today that Cristopher Sanchez has hit a batter. He hit Peguero back in the 2nd, hit Hedges in the 3rd, and here in the 5th, he hits Gonzalez. I would definitely love to get merch, though. But I want to get a new logo first. And I like this logo, but I just think an animated one would look better. Like a Bitmoji, from Snapchat. The pitch by Hedges, it's on the inside corner. But no matter what you do in life, you got to be producing, You can say all these things, but if you're not working and if you're not putting in the work, guys, how are you going to get better? The pitch to Hedges, it's a called strike. Austin Hedges catching behind the plate. It's a hit by pitch, or it got hit by a pitch earlier in the game. The 0-2, it's down low for ball one. A runner over at first. There's one out. The 1-2, fly ball. It's hooking foul, and it goes out of play. That'd be really nice, Larry. It'd be nice. One ball, two strikes. Sanchez looks back at first. Now back to the plate. The pitch. Grounder hit over to third. The flip over the second. There's one. The throw to first. In time. A 5-4-3 double play around the horn. And the Phillies get out of it, and we go to the top of the sixth. No hits allowed for Sanchez thus far as we go to the sixth inning. I broke the broadcaster's jinx. But hey, I'm not watching it in person. So. Oh, man. Cool. How many people do we have on here, guys? Let's see how many people we got. I do want to ask you, okay? Is there something that I'm always looking for feedback, guys? We got 24 people on here. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 30, guys. Let's get to 30 likes. Is there something that I always like feedback, guys? I want to know if there's something that you think that we should be doing on here that would make the stream better. Comment your answers down below. Always looking for feedback. Just keeping us informed. Keeping you informed about what? About the game or about the league? That's a that's a general statement. Keep you informed about the action. Because all that stuff, I can certainly do better at. The game, number of hits, etc. Okay, yeah, number of hits, I don't really do that. And that's a good note. That's a very good note. Thanks for that. I say number of hits at the end of the inning. No, I don't. But that's a good piece of advice. Okay. Top of the sixth inning. Phillies lead it 2-0. Dari Moreta is going to come in to pitch for Rich Hill. So Hill goes 5 innings. He allows 2 runs, just on a 2-run homer. And Trea Turner will lead things off here in the top of the sixth. First pitch, swing and a miss. That was a slider. Braves have a 5-3 lead. The 0-1, fly ball hit out to center field. Turner did not get enough of it, though, as going over towards his left is Palacios, and he's there to make the catch with the sunglasses on. And there's one away. Kathy Ann says, for my 30-plus years of teaching career, keeping statements double positive versus double negative. Explain. Elaborate on that. Because that's interesting. I like that. but I want to make sure I understand what that fully means. Edmundo Sosa stepping up to the batter's box. He's 1 for 2. He's singled in the fourth. Phillies are 56-48. They won Game 1 on Friday night by a score of 2-1. First pitch to Sosa, swung on and missed, but then they lost last night's game 7-6. They tried to claw their way back in, and they were just within striking distance, but just could not come through in the top of the ninth. The 0-1 delivery, swung on and missed. The slider was about a foot off the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. Moreta comes set at the belt. Kicks, deals, another swing and a miss, and Edmundo Sosa strikes out on a pitch that was in the dirt. And Moreta gets his first strikeout of the day. So Moreta comes in for Rich Hill. There's 2 outs, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 6th inning. Dari Moreta is from the Dominican Republic. He's 27 years old. Has a 3.57 earned run average, 62 strikeouts in 45 1/3 of an inning. And he'll face Josh Harrison here, who takes a strike on the outside corner, a fastball at 96. Harrison was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. He's 0 for 1. He's batting .208 with 2 homers and 10 RBI. Base is empty. 2 outs in the top of the 6th. The 0-1, foul ball. Just fouled off. Moreta has never faced Josh Harrison. This is his 3rd season in the big leagues. He played for the Reds in 2021 and 2022. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out to center field. It's going back towards the warning track, and Palacios will track it down to make the catch. The wind picked it up just a little bit, but Harrison is retired, and the inning is over. We head down to the top of the 7th inning. Phillies are up 2-0 in Pittsburgh. Okay. Bottom of the 6th. Oh, my gosh. Come on. Really? Oh, my gosh. Why am I off today? Will Trea Turner get a homer this year? Why do I feel like he'll get none until the postseason? They're funny. I mean, he did earlier. Yeah, he's had a couple, but it just doesn't feel like it's they're huge homers. Like the only homer that I remember from Trea Turner, and this is just me being nitpicky, the only one that I remember is the one that he had in the 9th inning against the Arizona Diamondbacks to tie it up and go to extra innings. That's the only one I remember. Don't is a negative. Forget is a negative. Okay. Please make sure. Got you. Please make sure that you go like, subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons too, so that way you know when I upload. Okay. That's interesting. Just a reminder. Like, subscribe. Okay. Huh. I kind of like that. That's a good one. There you go. Yeah. Okay. I'll focus on that a little bit more. I will write that down as a note. Don't say too many double negatives. Good one. I'm also going to come up with a script eventually of what I should be promoting and what I should be saying, just to kind of have some reminders of what I should be doing, because sometimes I'm scrambling for thoughts, and if I had something written down, people have the reads written down at certain times, right? Like when it comes to sponsorships and those types of things, when to say the sponsorships, in what situations. So I think that that's something that I will be working on after the game today because I've been meaning to do that too. Write down scripts for promotions for the channel, like and subscribing and all that sort of stuff. All right. No balls, 2 strikes to Connor Joe as we're in the bottom of the 6th. Sorry, we got a little sidetracked there. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Dominguez is now in. Sir Anthony Dominguez, that is. And the pitch is fouled off. Dominguez got activated from the injured list about a couple of days ago. So Cristopher Sanchez doesn't allow a hit through 5 innings, and Dominguez is pitching to Connor Joe. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch way outside for ball 2. Anything else that you think would be better for this channel? Or that would make me better? Yes. The 1-2. It's about a foot off the plate. And the count is 2-2. Yep. And if you just subscribe to my channel, please make sure that you shout yourself out. 2-2. Grounder right through the hole in between first and second. And it goes out in the right field. And Connor Joe singles over towards Castellanos. And Castellanos will throw it back towards the infield. That's a leadoff single issued by Sir Anthony. I'm sure that one of the questions after the game will be if Cristopher Sanchez could have went a little bit longer. Lots of double plays turned today from both teams. Castellanos hit into a double play. Bohm hit into a double play for the Phils. Also had for the Pirates, they grounded into a couple. Austin Hedges was one of those guys that did that. One ball, no strikes to Brian Reynolds. He's 0 for 2 today. The pitch by Dominguez. That one's in the dirt. So, yes, we will have our Phillies post-series podcast tonight. Don't forget about that, too. Or, please make sure that you come on. See? That's why we get better at things. This is 4 reps, and I have to remember that, too. 2-0 is the count. Joe leads off at first. The pitch to Brian is a foul ball over towards the first base side. Two and 1 is the count. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. In case you are just tuning in, Phillies lead at 2-0. Pretty cloudy in the sky out at PNC Park. Sir Anthony Dominguez is up on the mound. The 2-1 pitch. Fly ball. That is drilled out to right field, and that one is long gone. Brian Reynolds hits a 2-run home run off of Sir Anthony Dominguez in his first outing since he got reinstated from the injured list. And Rob Thompson getting on one knee in that dugout, saying, my goodness. And it's back to a tie game. That's the first hit, or the second hit of the day, too. It was a fastball right down low at the knees. And Reynolds did not miss a beat. So a 2-run homer by Reynolds. It's a 0-1 count now to McCutchen. The first pitch was called a strike. The second pitch is inside. McCutchen walked twice against Cristopher Sanchez. So Sanchez won't even get the win now. He's still winless on the season. The pitch. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sir Anthony Dominguez comes set at the letters, winds up, throws it, and it's swung on and missed. And Andrew McCutchen swings and misses at a fastball, and he'll take a step out of the batter's box. Think about how great Cristopher Sanchez was. Going 5 innings without a hit. The 2-2. Foul ball. And the question is why? Because, he went 7 innings his last time out. He's doing really well. If it ain't broke, why fix it? It just doesn't make sense. The 2-2. Fly ball. Hit out towards right field. It's hooking foul, and it'll go into the stands. Base is empty in the bottom of the 6th. Brian Reynolds, a 2-run homer to tie the game. The pitch. Grounder hit over towards third. The throw over to first by Sosa as he charges to the bag. It's in time. McCutchen is out. Edmundo Sosa doing a good job at playing good defense over at third. Had to come in towards home plate. His glove was low as soon as he made the play and just threw a dart over to first. McCutchen is finally retired. Now Henry Davis will come up. The right fielder swings and misses as he tried to take a hack at the first pitch and go all the way towards the fences, but he missed it by a beat. He's 0 for 2 today. He's grounded into a fielder's choice. He's fouled out as well. He's at 262 on the season. The 0-1 by Sanchez. That's low and away. The count is now 1-1. Sir Anthony with a 4.18 earned run average coming into today, and his ERA is only going to go up after allowing that 2-run homer. The pitch to Davis, outside for ball 2. Last time that he pitched, he pitched on July 26th, but the outing before that, he went on June 15th. The 2-1. It's a ball. Triolo waits in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 1 strike. Sir Anthony comes set, winds up, and throws it down, and issues a walk. He pitched almost a clean inning his last time out there. Only give up a hit, and had 2 strikeouts. That was against the O's. But he's definitely been struggling today. The Phillies bullpen in the month of July, they have the lowest ERA entering into today with a 2.6 ERA. Right behind them is the Dodgers, who have a 2.92 earned run average in just this month. They've just been so good, and with Sir Anthony Dominguez being out for a little bit of time and Jose Alvarado missing time, guys have really stepped up, like Jeff Hoffman and Craig Kimbrell. And some of the time, Junior Marte has been pretty good at times. Other times, he can be a little bit shaky. He's not sharp. Get him out while it's still tied, says Larry. So Turner's going to go back towards his spot. Everybody will head back towards their spot. So it was time called. Triolo's up at the plate. They want to stick with a righty on righty here. First pitch, swing and a miss. I was a little confused as to why Triolo was so aggressive on that pitch that was in the dirt. No balls, 1 strike. Dominguez kicks, deals, and it's inside and high for ball 1. Oh, dude, of course he's welcome to come on. Of course. Sorry about that. I've just been really busy doing this. The 1-1, grounder, hit over towards third base. It's a slow rower, and Sosa throws on the run, and the throw is not in time. Edmundo Sosa barehanded the baseball. It was a slow roller hit over towards the third base side. Thompson thinking if whether or not he should challenge this, but it should be just ruled as an infield single, and it will. And now Rob Thompson has seen enough. So an infield single allowed by Seranthony Dominguez. Sosa did everything he could. I mean, just barehanding it, throwing on the run, charging over towards the bag. Great call, though, by Pat Hoberg over at first base. And Thompson will have a pitching change right here, as Seranthony Dominguez is still responsible for the runners over at first and second base. I'm going to take a very quick step off, guys. I will be right back in just a few moments. See you guys really soon. All right. All right. Larry says that the Phillies are going to lose this series. I don't know about that yet. That's why I got to wait and see all 27 outs. Jeff Hoffman's going to come in. That's your pitcher. There you go. 25 games, he has a 3-2 record. He has a 2.63 earned run average, 38 strikeouts, 2 home runs surrendered, and a 186 opponent batting average. Guys, please make sure that you like, subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons too. We just got a new subscriber, so please make sure that you shout yourself out too. Triolo is over at first, and Davis is over at second. Josh Palacios, is up at the plate. He's 0-2. There's a runner over at first and second. First pitch. It's in the dirt. Almost got away from Stubbs. He gets up, though, and everybody stays put on the bases. Pitch was down low, and thank goodness Stubbs was able to just recognize where it was at that very last second. Brewers just retook the lead. They're up 6-5 in the bottom of the 6th against Atlanta. The 1-0 pitch. Line drive into right field. It drops in for a hit. The runner goes over to third, though, and the other runner goes over to second, so they go from station to station, and that's just going to load the bases. So Davis is over at third, Triolo's over at second, and Palacios is over at first. Bases are loaded. That's the bad news. The good news, though, is that a ball that's hit towards the infield will most likely result in some sort of a double play. Wondering if stats might show this is happening for whole MLB. I'll have to look at that. All right, Peguero is up. He's the 7-hitter. He's 0-1 today. Hoffman looks back at second, pitches it down low, and he throws a slider at 86. Liover Peguero, he's 0-1 today. He had a homer earlier in the series, made a really nice diving catch as well. That was back in last night's game. Bases loaded for the Pirates. They're trying to take the lead. Phillies trying to fight back and get out of the inning. The 1-0 outside and low for ball 2. Back-to-back sliders thrown by Hoffman. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out, bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th. It's a 2-2 game. The 2-0 delivery by Hoffman. Foul ball. Peguero, with runners in scoring position this season, he is 2 for 7. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Swing and a foul ball into the glove for a strike. 97 on the gun. Big pitch coming up here. Hoffman looks back at third, now back to the plate, stretches, and the ball gets away from Stubbs. And coming over to home is Hoffman, but staying put over at third base. Almost came home was Davis. Peguero was like, yeah, you can come in. Good job by Jeff Hoffman just to charge over towards the plate. And it didn't get too far away. Almost did. That's the second time that Stubbs has made a mistake like that in this inning. Big payoff pitch coming up. Here it is. Swing and a miss. A slider that could have been on the outside corner, but Peguero strikes out and gets a huge out for the Phils. That slider was nasty. One more that they have to get. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hoffman against the Pirates is 0 for 3 lifetime with a 5.23 ERA. Nick Gonzalez is up at the plate, and he flies the first pitch out to right field. It's foul, though. Kathy says, our pitching staff are struggling the past 5 innings, wondering if it has anything to do with the pitch clock. Not just for the Phillies, but maybe it's too fast for the pitchers. I don't know. The ball is 1 strike. Bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th. Can Hoffman get out of the inning unscathed? The 0-1 fly ball hit out towards right field. Castellanos backs up, backpedals, and he's there to make the catch without the sunglasses on. The inning is over. The Pirates do tie it up, though, on a 2-run homer by Brian Reynolds. They leave the bases loaded, and we head to the top of the 7th inning. It's 2-2 in Pittsburgh. Okay. Yep. Oh, man. That was big. That was huge. They did it. They got out of it. All right, guys. We go to the top of the 7th inning. It's 2-2. That means that it is time for our Phillies trivia question of the day. So if you guys are new to the channel, if you get the question correct, first of all, I have to ask the question, and you get to reply your answers, and then we'll reveal the answers, all your answers, when we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And if you get the question right, we'll do it in order. You'll hear this. You'll hear this. Spoke a little bit too soon. And if you get the question wrong, you'll hear this. All right. So comment your answers as we go towards the bottom of the 7th inning, and then we'll reveal the answers in the bottom of the 7th. So the question is this. Who was the first pitcher that threw out the first pitch at Citizens Bank Park? Okay. Who was the first pitcher to throw out the first pitch at Citizens Bank Park? That is the question. This one, I think, is interesting. Comment your answers down below. Ceremonial first pitch. Okay, there you go. I figured that you meant what I was implying, but yes, you're right. Who's the first person that threw out the first ceremonial first pitch? That's a hint that Larry came up with this one. That's a good one. I liked it. but I was incorrect with that. Garrett Stubbs is coming up to the plate as we head off to the top of the 7th inning. And it's a 1-0 count. First pitcher that threw out the first ceremonial first pitch at CBP is blank. 1 ball, no strikes. Hernandez comes set, winds up, and throws it outside for ball 2. That'll make the count 2-0. Stubbs up at the plate. Hernandez throws the next pitch on the outside corner. Braves just tied it back 6-6. Man alive. The 2-1. Outside and low for ball 3. Don't give them hints. The 3-1, that's at the knees for a called strike. Don't give them any hints. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Stubbs. Hernandez comes set, winds up. The pitch. Up high, and Stubbs walks over to first. Good at bat by Stubbs. And I hate to say this, but with the way that Turner and Castellanos have been swinging the bat, I would have been shocked if they would have taken those types of pitches, because they've just been chasing after everything. Carmen Mlodzinski is getting loosened up in the bullpen for the Pirates. Rojas will bunt this one down the first base line. The flip over towards first is in time, though, as Connor Joe had to go charging towards the ball, and the second baseman, Nick Gonzalez, had to cover the bag. The sacrifice is complete, though, and Stubbs goes over to second. It's interesting that he decided to bunt there, but I guess it makes sense, as Kyle Schwarber's coming up with a runner over at second. So Stubbs walks. Rojas gets Stubbs over to second. Here comes Schwarber, and he takes that one outside. So Jose Hernandez has a 3.26 earned run average. He faced the Phillies on Friday and went 2/3 of an inning. Had 2 strikeouts, 1 walk allowed. The 1-0, it's in the dirt. He's 25 years old, from the Dominican Republic. He stands at 6'3", and this is his first season with the big league club. Schwarber, who's up at the plate, is tied with Freddie Freeman for most homers against left-handed pitching. They both have 11. Mookie Betts right behind him, or the both of them. The 2-0, it's up high for ball 3. Schwarber has walked 5 times in this series, but he's 0 for 3 today with a hat trick of strikeouts. Stubbs leads off at second. Hernandez looks back at second, now back to the plate, kicks, deals, and it's outside for ball 4. And Schwarber will walk over to first, and Nick Castellanos is due up at the plate. A big at-bat for him. This would be a nice spot if he could try to somehow come through here. I do wonder if that was an intentional walk. Or sorry, an intentional, unintentional walk. No, that's the first way. Oh, man, I'm second-guessing myself. Derek Shelton's going to go out there, and that's going to be it for Hernandez. I guess not, because he's going to just pull him out. And they want to go with a righty over here. So Hernandez is responsible for the runners over at first and second. And we have a pitch and change. Okay. Hit one single or a homer. That works too, says Gideon. Hint, it wasn't JJ. The media absolutely going to rip Rob for pulling Sanchez if they lose. Will be the storyline for the next 24 hours if they lose. Yeah. Please hit a bomb. Something bad must have happened. If you're just tuning in, the Phillies were up 2-0. They had a 2-run homer from Alec Boehm. Cristopher Sanchez got pulled after the 5th inning, and Sir Anthony Dominguez came in and allowed a 2-run homer to Brian Reynolds. The Phillies actually got out of the inning with the bases loaded for the Pirates, and thank God no further damage was done. They have a chance, though, to retake the lead. So the question again, for those of you that are just tuning in, okay, the question is, who was the first pitcher to throw out the first ceremonial first pitch at Citizens Bank Park? That's the question. And hit that thumbs up button, guys. Just a friendly reminder. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notification bells. Carmen Mlodzinski is going to come in to pitch, as Hernandez is responsible for the runners over at first and second. He has a 2.04 earned run average. Opponents are hitting 177 against him. This is his 17th outing of the season. He has pitched 17 2/3 of an inning in his 16 games already, and has a 1-2 record. He has allowed 2 homers as well. And he's going to have to face Castellanos here. It's Castellanos, Harper, and if it goes any further, it'll be Boehm. 2 runners on, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. Is it starting to rain? I hope not. Maybe that was just a little error on the screen. Oh boy. First out, or first pitch. It's just on the outside corner. Almost said first out. I meant to say it was on the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike to Nick Castellanos. The pitch, swing and a miss. 95 miles per hour. The pitch was on the upper third of the zone. Castellanos is 1 for 3 today. He singled, got his first career hit off of Rich Hill. Faced him 12 times before that. He's behind in the count 0-2 here. Mlodzinski comes set, winds up, delivers, and another swing and a miss. And Castellanos strikes out, and he'll just head back towards the dugout. That's the second time that he has struck out today. Just the plate discipline that he's been having lately. It's just like he's taking a hack at everything, and I can't even understand it. It's unfathomable to me. Here comes Harper, and he takes a strike at 96 miles per hour, right down the heart and soul of the plate. Phillies and Pirates tied 2-2 in the series finale on this Sunday afternoon. Runners at first and second, 2 outs, the 0-1 way upstairs, and the count is 1-1. Mlodzinski is on the mound. The pitch, foul ball. Gregory Soto is in the Phillies bullpen, warming up. And will pitch the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mlodzinski comes set, winds up and throws it wide and up high. Mlodzinski, he's 24 years old, from Hilton Head Island, South Carolina. The 2-2, grounder, hit over towards the first base side. It's a fair ball. Just gets underneath the glove of Joe. Coming in to score is Stubbs. Right behind him is the next runner. And it's now a 2-run single hit by Bryce Harper. Kyle Schwarber came in to score 2. And the Phillies lead it 4-2. So Joe tried to make a diving stop as it was hit over towards that first base side. He knocked it down. It's just a 3-2 game. And Schwarber's over at second. They must have panned back to home plate and shown Stubbs again. But the Phillies retake the lead. It's 3-2. Here comes Bohm. Harper's over at first. Schwarber's at second. The 0-1. It's on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. So that should be an RBI infield single by Bryce Harper. Schwarber's at second. The 0-2 delivery. Way up high for ball one. Bohm hitting .346 this season with runners in scoring position with 4 doubles as well. He had a 2-run homer to put the Phillies on the board. The 1-2. Fly ball, it's looking foul, and it will stay foul. One ball, 2 strikes to Alec Bohm. Ladzinski looks back at second. The pitch. Line drive down the first base line, and that's a fair ball. Schwarber will come in to score. Bryce Harper right behind him, and he will stay put over at third, though. And an RBI opposite field single for Alec Bohm as the Phillies are now up 4-2. Davis got over towards the ball a little bit late, and he just threw it on in towards the infield. Pitch almost jammed Alec Bohm, and he did a good job of just going the opposite way with it. It just got into the outfield grass and stayed just inside the line. And now Trea Turner comes up. Can he join the party? And the first pitch he swings at, and he fouls it off. Back-to-back RBI singles for the Phillies. They lead it 4-2. Harper's at third, Bohm's at first, and Turner's up at the plate. There's 2 outs. We're in the top of the 7th, the 0-1. It's on the upper third of the zone again for a called strike. I need a sip of water. No balls, 2 strikes. Ladzinski comes set at the letters, winds up, and it's fouled again. Bohm has to go back over to first. Oh, 0-2 is the count. The pitch, swing and a miss. And Turner strikes out. The inning is over. The Phillies, they send 7 men up to the plate, and they do get 2 runs on an RBI single by Bryce Harper, followed by another RBI single by Alec Bohm. And they lead at 4-2 as it is stretch time in Pittsburgh. Okay. All right, cool. We just hit 35. What's up, Eagle Lover? Thanks for coming on here. All right, nobody has answered the trivia question, man. No one has answered this trivia question. I'm shocked. Okay, first, so the question is, the first former Philly pitcher that threw out the first ceremonial first pitch at Citizens Bank Park was who? All right, I'll give you guys an extra couple of seconds, but nobody has answered the question. So comment your answers down below, and then we'll go over the answer, the correct answer. Jordan Hicks just got traded to the Jays. Who's your source? Ugh, no hints. Even though that's technically okay. Nobody has an answer to the question. There we go. Okay. Was it Steve Carlton, my dad wants to know? No. It's not Steve Carlton. Tug McGraw. Nope. Neither one of those guys. I'd say Carlton. They obviously need a hint. It's okay. I like confusing them because some people look up these answers, so I don't always like it when they get the answer correct just from looking it up, so I like stumping people. Plus, we don't have as many people on today as we did last night. Keep guessing. We're still on the break. Robin Roberts. That's correct, Dad. Congratulations, Dad. You got that correct. Robin Roberts was the first person, actually, to throw the first ceremonial first pitch at CBP when it opened. Chris, are you, like, following my dad, or is it just, like, the timing of it? Because you both said Steve Carlton, and you also said Robin Roberts. That's funny. What's up, Italy 1256? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming on here. Phillies are up 4-2. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It'll be Hedges, Joe, and Reynolds that are due up. Braves and Brewers are tied 6-6 in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's been a back-and-forth type of a game. Mets lead at 5-2 against the Nats in the bottom of the 7th there. Phillies are up 4-2 here in Pittsburgh. Let's take a look at some more scores. The timing. Yeah, I knew it, but I'm just saying that's funny. You guys think alike. Guardians are shutting out the White Sox 3-0, and the White Sox actually have runners over at first and second with nobody out. Royals are winning against the Minnesota Twins 2-1. Tampa Bay Rays, they have a 6-1 lead against the Houston Astros. Rays are 63-44, and the Astros, well, they're 59-46. Cubs are getting shut out 3-0 against the Cardinals. And the A's and the Rockies, that game got started. They're in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So we have Giants and Red Sox this afternoon, as Gregory Soto is going to pitch, and the first pitch is on the inside corner for a called strike. Andy Rodriguez will be pinch hitting for Austin Hedges. The 0-1, a swing and a miss. On a pitch that was in the dirt. Rangers and Padres play at 4:10. Mariners and Diamondbacks also play at 4:10. And the Yankees and O's, that is the ESPN game for tonight. The 0-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. He struck him out on 3 pitches. And there's one away. Angels beat the Blue Jays. That was the Peacock Sunday afternoon game. It was Angels and Blue Jays, and the Angels ended up winning 3-2, the Halos. Connor Joe is due up, and he pops the first pitch up over towards the infield. And Turner and Sosa trying to communicate, and they bobble it. And Turner drops it, and that's how the runner gets on. Turner and Sosa just trying to communicate with one another. They were both right there. Turner had it, and he dropped it. Thanks, Chris. I really do appreciate that. I've definitely been stumbling today. I don't know why. The cat must have bit my tongue, but I do appreciate that. Wow. So they're going to score that as an E6. I just can't believe that just keeps happening. And Soto's like, can you just help me out? Brian Reynolds is due up, and he laces this one out towards left center field. It's in there for a base hit, and this time it's bobbled by Rojas. He has to go back for the ball, and the throw is made over to second, and Josh Harrison can't even make a throw to home plate. And Connor Joe scores. Problems on the defensive side for the Phils. Rojas, if he was just able to field the ground ball, and if it didn't get by him, Didn't get too far away, but still, Joe probably would have just stayed put over at third. But instead, it's an RBI double. It was a similar play that Marsh made yesterday where he didn't anticipate the ball being a little bit. It was actually higher, but this time for Rojas, it was lower than he anticipated. McCutcheon's due up. He's 0 for 1 with 2 walks today. Soto looks back at second. The pitch, swing and a miss. So Joe got on with an E6 and then scored on an RBI double that was hit by Brian Reynolds. And Reynolds has driven in all 3 runs. He's over at second. The 0-2, swing and a miss. And McCutcheon strikes out on a high heater at 99. Boy, oh boy. Up next is Henry Davis, the right fielder. Tying runs over at second. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Phillies lead at 4-3. Soto throws that one outside for a ball. Davis is 0 for 2 today. He's walked once. That was back in the 6th. The 1-0, line drive into left field. And Schwarber is there to track it down. It was hit on the nose, and Schwarber records out number 3. Excuse me. So the inning is over. We head now to the top of the 8th inning. Brian Reynolds gets an RBI double. And the Phillies are still up, though, 4-3. All right, I need to take a step off. I need to take a very, very quick step off, rest my voice for a couple of seconds. But I will be right back. Please make sure that you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on those notification bell icons, all right? I'll see you guys really soon. All right, I have to address this problem. There is a glitch going on with the Stream Deck. It's not even just the music, it's the actual system. Huh, okay. Well, we're not going to be playing any more music when we go to breaks. That's all right. We'll fix that. Hopefully it's a simple problem. But we'll have to just wait and see how it plays out. That I did not anticipate. We head to the top of the 8th. The Phillies lead at 4-3. In case you guys are new to my channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Edmundo Sosa. It will start off the 8th inning. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Milodzinski still out there. For his 2nd inning of work, he has 18 pitches, 17 entering into the 8th inning. The 1-0. It's on the inside corner. A fastball at 95. Sosa singled in the 4th. He's 1 for 3 on the afternoon. 1 ball, 1 strike. Milodzinski kicks, fires. It's a fastball on the outside corner for called strike 2. Five seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2 delivery just inside. It was a sweeper at 85. Phillies lead at 4-3. They won Game 1 of the series on Friday by a score of 2-1, then lost last night 7-6. The 2-2 pitch. Oh, man, that was the same type of pitch that was thrown just previously, but he gets called out on strikes for that one. Edwin Jimenez, the home plate umpire. He'll give Mlodzinski the call. And Sosa goes down looking on strikes. One away in the top of the 8th. And Harrison will look at a heater just on the upper third of the zone for a called strike. What's up, Suzanne? How you doing? The 0-1, check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says no. Harrison's 0 for 2. We got hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. We're in the top of the 8th. Bases are empty. There's 1 out. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Mlodzinski comes set at the letters, winds up, and it swung on and missed on a pitch that was right down the hatch. Harrison, the former Pirate, facing off against his former team. He's at the plate. The 1-2 pitch. He fouls this one over towards the first base side, and then it'll go well beyond the net. Harrison's 36 years old, born in Cincinnati, Ohio. The 1-2, inside. No, but I actually think he called for time. Beg your pardon. Giants are a half game above the Phillies in the wild card standings. The pitch. Foul ball. Everyone's trying to look for it, and this time Andy Rodriguez gets there, and he's there to make the catch, and Harrison was heading back towards the dugout. Thank goodness he wasn't walking a little bit faster because he would have collided with Rodriguez. Two outs in the top of the 8th inning. And Garrett Stubbs is now coming up to the plate. Stubbs walked his last time up. Bases are empty. And the first pitch, he laces this one out to right field, but it's hooking foul. Carmen Mlodzinski on the bump. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. He's 24 years old. The southpaw from South Carolina made his major league debut back on June 16th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mlodzinski lines up, kicks, fires, and it's inside. We welcome everybody on here, man. We do. 2-1 is the count. Mlodzinski gets set, winds up, and throws it, and Stubbs gets a called strike. I don't know if that was just because of the swing that he had or if because of the pitch was up high. 2-2 with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Nobody on. The pitch. Pop up, hit out towards shallow center field. It's going to be a tough play, but on the run to make the catch will be Palacios for out number 3 as he ended up calling off Nick Gonzalez, and the inning is over. Phillies go down in order, and we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies do have a 4-3 lead, though, in Pittsburgh. Okay. All right. I'm going to take another quick step off. I need some more. All right, I have water. I'll be right back, though. That is so weird. Huh. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get too invested with the Stream Deck right now. It's like some sort of... Maybe I have to update it again. Or maybe there was something wrong with this update. I have no idea. Okay, that sounds like a later type of a problem. I'm happy that you're all here, though. And I thank you all so much for being here on this Sunday afternoon, taking the time out of your day. And yes, I do want to remind you guys, as we go to the top of the 8th inning, we just released our second episode of the Sharing the Mic podcast with JJ. And if you have not done so already, make sure that you go check it out. Excuse me. Junior Marte is on the mound. He's 1-1 on the season with a 4.97 earned run average in 29 innings of work, 27 strikeouts, and 11 walks allowed. They'll have to face Triolo, Palacios, and Peguero here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Also, I do want to remind you guys that we will be having our Phillies post-series podcast tonight. It'll be at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Phillies have the most fielding errors, of course, on the season. They're at 38, but right behind them is the Atlanta Braves, who have 36. Triolo will glance at the first pitch. That's on the inside corner, thrown by Marte. It's a fastball at 96. Marte comes set above the hat. Now brings it down just above the letters. Throws it outside. And the count is even at 1-1. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Marte gets set, kicks, fires, and it's down low. It's a rhythm. Especially for him. 2-1 is the count. Marte looks back at third, now back to the plate. The pitch. Line drive into center field, and it drops in for a hit. Rojas is there to field it on a couple of bounces. Cuts it off, and it's a leadoff single hit by Josh Triolo. Josh Palacios is coming up. He's singled back in the 6th. Marte with the glove high and throws it over towards the plate, and it's a called strike. Palacios thought about showing bunt, but pulled it back. Infield playing at a double play depth. Harrison, though, is in over towards the third base side. The 0-1, line drive down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Goes all the way towards the corner. Schwarber will cut it off to Turner, and Turner will just throw it back in, and now runners are at second and third. In the bottom of the 8th, Palacios gets an opposite field double down the third base line, and Triolo stops at third. Another fastball right down the middle. And you can understand if it was maybe more of a slider, but just a straight pitch that just missed its spot. G-Man Choi is going to come on up to the plate, and he will be the pinch hitter for Liover Peguero. He's getting loosened up here. And now we have time called on the mound, as there will be a conversation between all the infielders, Garrett Stubbs and Junior Marte. There is somebody getting loosened up in the bullpen, and Caleb Cotham will also go out there to join the conversation now. A big spot here for G-Man Choi. Nobody warming up in the Pirates bullpen that I can see just yet. But of course, one swing will make a difference. Here comes G-Man Choi, who's hitting .208 with 6 homers and 11 RBI. He's had a very good series against the Phillies. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies lead it 4-3, but they're in a little bit of some trouble. Marte looks back at third, now back to the plate. The first pitch, swing and a miss. It was a check swing. And the home plate umpire, Edwin Jimenez, said he went around. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. Good slider thrown by Marte. 15 seconds left on the pitch clock. And now time is called by Choi very quickly here. Choi is 3 for 12 with runners in scoring position. There's 2 runners in scoring position. The 0-2 up high. Marte wearing his bright yellow. I think that's a. Can't tell if that's gold or not. It looks like it is gold. A golden necklace. 1-2 is the count. The 1-2 delivery. Fouled off at the foot of Choi. I think we're going to have to plug this in. The count still remains at 1-2. Two runners on. They're at second and third. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. The pitch, another bouncer that's fouled off towards the first base side. Choi against lefties. He's hitting .133 with a homer and 4 RBI. Against righties, though, he's been doing a little bit better with a couple of homers and 7 RBI. The 1-2, grounder, hit over towards the first base side. Bohm knocked it down, lost track of where the ball was, but he tags the bag. And the runners do stay put. I think something was wrong with Bohm's glove as he just tried to knock it down, and something wasn't right, but thank goodness it didn't get that far away from him. It's like, where did it go? And he just tagged the bag, and the runner stayed put. And now Bohm's going to get a new glove. Something was wrong with the glove, whether there was a hole in there or not. Don't know. But there's one out. So Choi grounds out, and now Nick Gonzalez is due up. He's 0 for 2. 1 out. Runners are at second and third. And the first pitch, he slices foul down the right field line. Gonzalez got hit by a pitch in the 5th inning. That's the only time he's gotten on. Palacios over at second. Over at third is Triolo. The 0-1. Fly ball hit out to right field. Castellanos, he'll be there to make the catch. The runner tags up. And he'll come in to score as the throw is cut off by Bohm on the mound. An RBI sacrifice fly hit by Nick Gonzalez, and it's back to an even game. Triolo also does go over to third, so if there's even a base hit now, the Pirates will most likely, actually, they will take the lead unless it's like an infield single or something. So a sac fly ties the game up 4-4. And Andy Rodriguez is due up. Marte comes set, winds up, delivers, swing and a miss. Slider wasn't even close to the zone. Rodriguez did pinch hit for Austin Hedges back in the bottom of the 7th inning. Had a lot of shade. It just came in for a very, very quick second as time is called by Rodriguez. It's a 4-4 ball game. No balls, 1 strike. Marte gets set, looks back at the plate, kicks, deals. Good block by Stubbs. The pitch was inside and low, and he just got his chest pad right in front of the baseball. Actually gloved it. Thought it hit the chest pad, but it was a little hard to see, but it hit the bottom of the glove, and he just got it in there. Can't get too wild here. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. We'll talk about it. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. A runner over at third. It's 4-4. The 1-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. And Marte strikes out Rodriguez. The inning is over. The Pirates do tie it up, though, thanks to a sac fly hit by Nick Gonzalez. And we go to the top of the 9th. It's 4-4 at PNC Park. Okay, I need another sip of water. I don't know, man. We'll talk more about it tonight on our Phillies post-series podcast. Please make sure that you guys tune in. We'll be going on at 10 o'clock, and we'll talk more about just the overall series. Hopefully they get a win, and we have more of a positive conversation. But yes, I like all these questions, but we'll have to answer them. We'll have to answer them tonight. I don't want to get too involved with it because I have my broadcaster hat on. I don't know. I don't know why. But Sports Talk JJ will definitely let himself out tonight, for sure. Yep. For sure. All right. Top of the 9th. Rojas will lead things off. It'll actually be the 9 spot. Curious to see if Rojas will still be in there. Don't know. Let's take this out and let's charge this up. Okay. I thought that this battery would last longer. It was at 55, though, when we started. Please make sure that you guys like. Please make sure that you guys subscribe. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. Started this channel 7 months ago. We do Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, and Patriots games on here. I interned at NFL Films. Graduated from Rowan last year. And while I was at Rowan, I had a lot of experience. Did a lot of stuff for the radio station. Was a part-time on-air host. A producer, and also called games for Rowan Athletics and for Delaware Blue Coats baseball, or basketball, and Wilmington Blue Rocks baseball. Okay, we're in the top of the 9th inning, and Rojas will take the first pitch that he sees inside. So David Bednar will be pitching. It is not a save situation. Wonder if Craig Kimbrell will pitch the bottom of the 9th. Don't know. 1 ball, no strikes to Rojas. The 9-hitter. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Bednar's 28 years old. Got almost a 2-out save his last time out against the Phillies. It was last night. The 1-1. Foul ball. I thought it was 2 nights ago, but then I had to think to myself, nope, it was last night. Rojas wants to call for time, and he will. Has to adjust his batting gloves. Bednar played for the Padres from 2019 to 2020. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And Rodriguez will throw it over to first as it was a drop third strike, but Rojas is out over at first as the throw was made in plenty of time by Rodriguez. So Rojas strikes out, and Craig Kimbrell will be warming up in the Phillies bullpen to pitch the bottom of the 9th. It's been a little bit shaky lately. Schwarber's due up for the Phils. That pitch looked like it was a little bit off the plate, but it's a called strike anyways. It's just been that type of a day for Edwin Jimenez, calling balls and strikes. 0-1 is the count. Bednar comes set at the letters, winds up, delivers, and throws it down low for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike. The pitch by Bednar. Just inside. Good eye by Kyle Schwarber, and it probably should be a 3-0 count, but it's a 2-1 count regardless. The hometown native pitcher is on the mound, and the pitch up high for ball 3. So Bednar, born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Stands at 6 feet, 225 pounds. The 3-1 pitch. Down low, and Kyle Schwarber walks for the 2nd straight plate appearance. So a 1-out walk issued by Bednar. Hasn't issued too many of those. That's only his 13th walk that he has allowed this season in 42 innings of work. And Schwarber will have Marsh come in to pinch run for him. Smart move by Rob. Castellanos due up at the plate. He has been not so productive at the plate today. In the first pitch, he takes a hack at it and pops this one out towards the outfield grass, and the shortstop is there to make the catch with the glove high. On the very first pitch, Castellanos just pops that one up, and there was just no plate discipline whatsoever. Here comes Harper. Marsh takes a leadoff over at first. Here comes Harper, and the first pitch that he sees is a called strike. Cool. Harper has gotten on base all 4 times today. He has singled, scored a run, had an RBI, and walked 3 times. The 1-1 delivery way outside for the 0-1 delivery was way outside for ball 1. 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch by Bednar. That one's up high. But the third base umpire says he did not go as they tried to check his swing. Marsh leads off at first. Came in to pinch run for Kyle Schwarber. 2 outs, the 2-1. It's a strike called at the knee as a curveball. It's 78. Yeah, I'd like to talk more about it, but I can't do it now. But that's good to know. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Harper. Bednar comes set at the letters, winds up, delivers, and Harper pops this one up. It's foul, though, and it'll go behind the net into the stands. Arsh does go back over to first base. Two balls, two strikes. Bednar getting ready to throw the 16th pitch. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And Harper strikes out to end the inning. 97 on the gun for David Bednar. And we head to the bottom of the ninth. Connor Joe, who led things off to start the game, he'll lead things off in the bottom of the ninth against Craig Kimbrell. Okay. Got to move Castellanos down, says Larry. I'll give you my thoughts about that later tonight. If you guys want to hear my post-series rant tonight, please make sure that you tune into that. We come on here to broadcast games. Can't be showing too much emotion, even though we are doing this for the Phillies. But, if you're a Pirates fan, I hope you're enjoying this cast. Please make sure that you hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button too. We got 51 people on here. That's awesome. We need 2 more likes to get to 40. What time? I said it was going to... Oh, okay. It's at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock I'm going on for my Phillies post-series pod. All right? We'll talk more about it. But I can't really get into it, I just can't do that. But feel free to express your opinions, of course. What's up, Kelma? How you doing? How you doing, Kelma? Hope all is well. Yep. We also will be having our 6-hour MLB trade deadline day show that we're going to be doing, where we're on from 12 to 6. It's going to be a long day. But we'll be doing that. Trade deadline ends at 6. Maybe the Phillies will make a big move during the deadline. And we'll talk about it. We'll be live. We'll have a little watch party over here, and then we'll come on for the game, and we'll do some more play-by-play in, what's that, Game 2 against the Marlins. My mind is all over the place right now. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Craig Kimbrell will come in to pitch the bottom of the ninth. It's a 4-4 game in Pittsburgh. Kimbrell is 6-2. It's not a save situation. And they'll have to face Connor Joe here to start off the bottom of the ninth. Joe singled and reached on an error as well. So he's 1 for 4 today. Kimbrell gets set, kicks, fires, and it's a called strike on the outside corner. Meg says, just getting caught up. Did they bring Marsh back in from the bench? Yeah, he came in the pinch run for Kyle Schwarber, so he's out there in left field. Thanks for reminding me to say that. No balls, 1 strike. Kimbrell comes set just above the letters, kicks, fires, and there's a, ooh, man, that looked like it was a strike, but it was just below the zone. Not by much, but it's a ball, and that makes the count 1-1. The 1-1 pitch by Kimbrell. That time it's at the knees on the inside corner for a called strike. We're in the bottom of the ninth. It's tied up 4-4. The series is tied 1-1. Phillies taking on the Pirates in Pittsburgh. Kimbrell on the mound. The 1-2 delivery. Outside and low. And the crowd settles down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kimbrell looks back at third. 2 seconds left on the pitch clock. Now back to the plate. The pitch. Line drive into right field. That's going to split the gap. Castellanos gets over towards it, as he'll have to play it on the hop and makes a good throw over to second, and it's just a single. Thank goodness. But Joe gets on with a leadoff opposite field single, and that's how we start off the bottom of the ninth. Here comes Brian Reynolds, who's been killing the Phillies today. Had a 2-run homer and also had an RBI double as well. He's batting on the left side. His time is called very quickly. Kimbrel is 35 years old with a 3.27 ERA. Pitch number 1. It gets away from Stubbs. It actually ended up hitting Reynolds. And it just slipped out of the hand of Kimbrel. And that puts runners over at first and second. Can you believe it? Ball just slipped way out of his hands. And now Andrew McCutchen is coming up. McCutchen lifetime against Craig Kimbrel is 2 for 8. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Time is called. Stubbs wants to try to just calm down Kimbrel. The winning run is over at second. As a conversation is made on the mound. McCutchen is due up at the plate. Of course, Andrew McCutchen, back in 2009, off of Brad Lidge, had that walk-off 3-run home run that he hit against the Phillies. It's funny because Matt Capps, who was the closer for the Pirates that night, ended up blowing a save against the Phillies in the top of the 9th. The Phillies took the lead, and then McCutchen walked it off. Has a chance to be a hero here. Kimbrel trying to not allow that, though, in the first pitch. That is wide, way outside, and Kimbrel is losing his control. 1 ball, no strikes to McCutchen. One ball, no strikes. The pitch. Foul ball. Just heads back towards the seats. It's 4:21 p.m. Eastern Time here on the East Coast. One ball, one strike. Joe leads off at second. He's the most important runner. The pitch. Down low for ball 2. The last time McCutchen had a walk-off hit was on June 2nd of last year against the Padres. He's had 12 in his career. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. Line drive into left field. It is caught by Marsh, though, and he's there to make the catch. Hit right on the nose, and there's 1 out. A big out. And now Henry Davis will be coming up to the plate. Ooh, boy. Henry Davis, who's 0 for 3, walked in the 6th inning. He'll step up into the batter's box. Joe's over at second. Reynolds is at first. First pitch. Fly ball. Hit out towards right field. It's looking foul, though, and it'll go into the stands. And Davis is already behind in the count, 0-1. Davis has never faced Craig Kimbrel. Phillies playing at a double play depth in the infield. The 0-1 outside. It was a knuckle curve, and now the count is 1-1. Four to 4 in the bottom of the 9th. Winner of this game wins the series. 1 ball, 1 strike to Davis. The 1-1. Just at the knees on the inside corner for a called strike. I'm surprised that Edwin Jimenez gave Kimbrel that call. It was close, but it looked maybe a hair inside. 1-2. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. Kimbrel looks back at second. Now back to the plate. Kicks, fires. Strike 3 called. 95 on the gun on the outside corner, and there's 2 away. So McCutchen lines out to left, and Davis gets called out on strikes. And there's 2 away, and the Phillies need 1 more out to send this game into extra innings. Here comes Jared Triolo to the plate. The third baseman, check swing, ground ball, hit over towards first base. Bohm has it, wins the race to the bag, and the inning is over. A lot of dramatics here in the bottom of the 9th, but the Phillies get out of the inning, and we head to the top of the 10th. We play on, and extra innings coming right up in Pittsburgh when we return. Screen froze on me for a couple of seconds, so I couldn't see if it was a full swing or not, but it was a ground ball. Okay, guys, please make sure. Oh, thanks, man, for the live. This is what we do, man. We come on for almost every single Phillies game. We do 76ers basketball. We do Flyers hockey and Patriots football, too. We will have our Phillies post-series podcast tonight. That's what we do after almost every single series. Please make sure that you subscribe. And don't forget to like this video and hit that thumbs up button and turn on those notification bell icons, too. So that way you know when I upload. Okay. I gotta do this. Oh, shoot. Okay. Give me a second, guys. I gotta make my scoreboard again, my scorecard, because we're playing on. Of course, B. Andrews. Thank you. I wish they would just play Marsh and stop taking them out. I'm totally with you, Meg. I'm with you. Rising Rhino, what's going on? Drop that link down below. Drop that link down below. All right, let me make sure that I have this correct. Okay, good. All right. So let's see. Who is leading off this inning? It'll be, well, Harper got out to end the 9th, right? So it should be Bohm, then Turner. Bohm, Turner, Sosa, Harrison, Stubbs, and Rojas. So Harper will be over at second base. Angel Perdomo will be pitching for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's 1-1. He has a 3.92 ERA, 30 strikeouts, and 20 2/3 of an inning. He's only allowed 3 homers this season, too. Ooh, wow. There we go. Yeah, please make sure that you guys go subscribe to this man. Puts in a lot of great work. We're in the top of the 10th. Alec Bohm is up at the plate. He has 3 RBI on the day. He matches Brian Reynolds. First pitch to Bohm. Foul ball. Just behind the plate. So Harper's the ghost runner. And he leads off over at second because he made the last out in the 9th. The 0-1 to Bohm. Fly ball. It's hooking foul and it'll go out of play. We got to get you to 700, man. We got it. We got to do that. No balls, 2 strikes. Perdomo on the mound for Pittsburgh. Rich Hill got the start for the Pirates. Cristopher Sanchez got the start for the Phils. The pitch, foul ball. Bowman's 3 for 6 in extra innings with 4 RBI and a run scored this season. Time is called very quickly as Bohm wants to take a quick step out of the batter's box. So remember, Brandon Marsh is playing out in left field for Kyle Schwarber. Don't forget about that either. The ball's 2 strikes. The pitch by Perdomo. Foul ball. I should know this, but I do not believe that he is related to Geraldo Perdomo from the Arizona Diamondbacks. If somebody could fact check that for me, I would appreciate that. The 0-2, another foul ball. Alec Bohm is doing a good job at just fighting off pitches. The ball is 2 strikes. Bednar pitched the 9th. The 0-2, another foul ball. That time it's grounded over towards the tarp over at third. Good job, Givanutz. Good job. Let's get him to 100. Turner waits in the on-deck circle. He's batting in the 5 spot tonight. Harper leads off at second. He's the ghost runner. The 0-2, ground ball. Diving stop played over at third. The throw, it's a little high, and it gets away from the first baseman, Joe. Harper will come in to score, and Bohm will go over to second. Harper actually stays put over at third. I can't believe it. But he stays over at third, just to be clear. See this play again. I mean, my goodness, Triolo just made a pretty, it was a nice diving stop that he made. He got back on his feet, and the throw was just high, and Joe didn't even jump. So Harper's at third, let's be clear. And Bohm is over at second. He got on with an E5, and Trea Turner's coming up. Turner doubled in the 4th. He's 1 for 4 today. Bohm leads off at second. First pitch to Trea, swing and a miss. 95 miles per hour on that fastball. It was right down the middle, too. No balls, 1 strike. Perdomo gets set at the letters, winds up, and throws it outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harper's over at third. Bohm's over at second. The 1-1. Fly ball. It's hooking foul, and it'll go long foul towards the left field side. Sun is shining now at PNC Park. The 1-2 delivery. Fly ball, hit out towards right field. This should do it and get a runner home. The catch is made. Harper will tag. The throw is cut off, and Harper's going to stay, put over at third. Bohm is getting caught, though, like a dead fish, and the throw to home plate is in time to get Harper. More miscommunication on the bases, and Bohm stays over at second. But Harper had to do that because Bohm was just dancing off the bag. I don't know what he was doing. And Harper had to sacrifice himself, and he's out at the plate. Good throw, though, drawn by Henry Davis again. Bohm, I think, thought that it was deep enough and was just like 3/4 of the way in between third and second. I don't know. If I was Harper, I would have just stayed over at third and just gotten Bohm out in that situation if that was the case. My goodness. They just shot themselves in the foot right there. My gosh. 2 outs. Bohm's over at second. He's definitely not happy with himself. So that goes down as a 9-6-3, or no, a 9-6-2 double play. That's crazy. Here comes Edmundo Sosa. 2 outs. Bohm's over at second, and Sosa swings and misses at the fastball at 94. What's going on, Andrew? Thanks for coming on here twice and been watching. I'm 35 years old twice and been watching. Thanks for coming on here, man. The 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. 95 again. That time it was outside. So Sosa is 1 for 4. I mean, when you look at the play, Davis made a really good throw to home plate, but Bohm was just dancing way off the bag, and I guess he thought that Harper was going to go, and Harper just stayed there and wasn't even looking at the signs from Dusty. The 0-2, up high for ball 1. But Harper just should have stayed over at third. If there was 2 outs, then maybe that's a different story. The 1-2, another foul ball. Thank you. Thanks for checking. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Edmundo Sosa. Perdomo looks back at second. The next pitch, check swing. Did he go? They say that he did, says the first base umpire. And the inning is over. Well, the Phillies leave a runner over at second and missed on a golden opportunity. And we head to the bottom of the 10th. In Pittsburgh, as Palacios will lead things off. Okay. All right. Be right back. If there was any hope to salvage this game, welp, says David. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. This really does mean a lot that you guys are on here supporting me. I'm doing a couple of things at once here, so I apologize if I'm not making eye contact with you guys because I got to redo my score bug because we have a new inning. Or we have to, it goes into extra innings, so I have to make a new score sheet. So Davis, then it's Triolo, Palacios, and then Choi. Williams actually came into play at shortstop. They didn't even say anything like that. Alika Williams. In real time, guys, I would have the score bug up here. I just don't like that this is, because it's in real time, it's ahead of my stream, and that just throws me off, you know? Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the donation, man. Just got off the 18th green and made it home in time to watch you work your announcing magic to lead the Phillies to another dub. Thanks, man. That was so nice. That means so much to me, man. That's a huge donation. Thanks so much, man. That's so nice. Thank you. Means a lot. If you guys want to donate, feel free to do so. You guys don't have to. You guys really don't have to. But all right, Andrew Vasquez will be pitching for the Phils. All right, let's write that down. He's 2-0. He has a 2.04 earned run average, 30 strikeouts, and only 3 walks allowed. Our stat sheet hasn't been working today. Our stream deck is not working, but we're making the most out of everything. All right, so the ghost runner is over at second. First pitch is shown as a bunt by Palacios. So Triolo is over at second base. Josh Palacios today is 2 for 4. 1 ball, no strikes. Vasquez looks back. The pitch way up high and inside as Palacios has to duck after that pitch. Ooh, man. So close. It actually looked like it was a strike, too, from the way that Stubbs framed it. 2-0 is the count. The pitch. Fly ball hit out towards right field. It's going back towards the warning track to the wall, and that's the ball game. A walk-off 2-run home run by Palacios. And the Pirates, they win, and they take the series and win by a score of 6-4. Palacios doing a little dance over at third base, too. Definitely celebrating as he comes into home plate, shooting his shot. And the Phillies lose by a final score of 6-4. So many opportunities, and yet they just blew away a lot of them. It was a hanging breaking ball left out over the middle of the plate, and Palacios just drilled that thing out to right field. Good stride and a good swing. That was just unbelievable. He's saying that this is my house, this is my team, and he looked back. I think it was towards the dugout, the Pirates dugout, to just show off a little bit of some swagger. But the Pirates win 6-4. And they take 2 of 3 against the Phillies, as the whole Pirates dugout was parading Palacios as he came into home plate to score. He had a 3-hit day, and of course he has to be the player of the game. But a tough loss for the Phils, as they now fall 56-49 on the season. They're now 28-29 on the road. The Pirates, meanwhile, well, they're 47-58 on the season, and they take the series against the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's see who. So that technically means that Bednar, right, he gets charged with the win. Is that correct? Let's see. So Perdomo gets the win. He's now 2-1 on the season. Andrew Vasquez gets the loss. He's now 2-1 on the season. And that's the ball game. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in here. My name is Jason Joseph. Look, we'll talk more about it tonight, about the series loss and about this game. We'll be on at 10 o'clock. I love you all so much. Man, we need one more subscriber to get to 770. I know that today wasn't my best cast by any means. Lots of errors, lots of stumbles as well. Technology wasn't working at its best, but we got through it. And this is all a part of the process, guys. We get swept by the Marlins, says Jose Perez. That's what you're predicting. And back in third place, Rob Thompson's a joke, says below 95. Against Miami, who do we have to play at their home? Who we have to play at their home? Wait, are you saying like who's on the mound for all 3 of those games? It's all good, my friend. No worries. This is our year. We got nowhere to go but parade up and down Broad Street. See, I like that attitude. I do. And I think that that's awesome. All right, we're going to wrap things up here. Phillies drop 2 of 3 to the Pirates as they lose this afternoon's game, the series finale, by a final score of 6-4. Love you guys so much. Come on for the Phillies post-series podcast tonight. Join the Discord server. Give your phone calls. I'll catch you all later tonight.